Hi everybody, this is Marlene. I'm from Dixie Quilters and we're doing a bit of a Civil War update. We've done blocks 1 and 2 last month, and this month we're going to do blocks 3 and 4. So the first one is number 3, the Barbara Frietchie block. I made this one in the small size, almost the same, but instead of blue, I put in a darker red. So actually I forgot to cut the blue, so I used the red. So Barbara Frietchie, she was supposed to be a heroine that was used, like her picture was used as Civil War fundraiser fairs. They sold her picture. And supposedly, and I think I even heard this story when we were studying civil history or Civil War history, was that this grandmother person was supposed to have hung out of the upstairs window and waved her Southern flag defiantly as, she waved a Union flag defiantly, and then the Southern Stonewall Jackson marched his Confederate troops through town. She was supposed to be the defiant grandmother that he did not fire upon, and so she was allowed to keep her flag there. Come to find out, that's all a bunch of fiction. Because it says here, let's see. An imaginary story, an imaginary quilt block. Oh, here it says, Barbara Frietchie's defiant flag waving is an American myth flying in the face of the facts. True or not, her tale, here it says, she wasn't even in that city that she was supposed to have been waving her flag, and she was a 95-year-old bedridden patient. And so they made such a big deal over this defiant northern grandma waving her flag, you know, and Stonewall Jackson was killed shortly after that in the next battle, so there really wasn't a way to confirm or deny it with him. Anyway, this flag, this star has been named a lot of names, but according to Barbara, she researched it and found that somebody in 1932 decided to call it Barbara Frietchie. So whether it's true or not, it's irrelevant, I guess, because it is the Union answer to the Confederate myth of the martyr Jackson. Anyway, so this is the Barbara Frietchie block. And you can see I've laid it out ready to get started sewing it. And I have made it in the reds with the whites. And just from my little small stash, you can see that it's really quite similar. And I can show you the book because there's no cutting directions on this page. So I'm very happy with it. It's turned out nicely. Again, my blocks are turning out bigger than they're supposed to be, so I'm going to have to just adjust this to make a bigger bite on my seams. That's all I can think of. And so we can sew this up in a minute, but the next one is block number 4, Catch Me If You Can. So this is my rendition of Catch Me If You Can. I used a paler yellow, but I think the green was quite true to form. This Catch Me If You Can sounds like it might be part of the Underground Railroad. Maybe it was a sneaky kind of a meaning to the block, but there's no record of that, and that's what Barbara talked about in here. So, in 1935, they assigned this name to this block. Catch Me If You Can. So, I'm going to start sewing these guys up. I'm going to do the big block 3, and then I've got all the parts for the big block 4. and then we'll come back and look at the finished ones, okay? All right, hope you're getting started on yours. Did you get your book? I know one of you did. I think I'll have to remember who that was. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Hi everyone, it's Marlene with Dixie Quilters, and welcome to my video. This one is about the Civil War blocks, and I think we've talked about them a little bit each time. Here's my book. I want to make sure you know who I'm talking about because it's so integral, the stories that she's put together with each of the blocks. I love it, you know. This is Barbara Brackman's Civil War Sampler. I encourage you to get one. They have them at Amazon. They have them at a variety of the different online quilt stores. But, you know, I love the history part. You know, I keep talking about my history part. Well, now today I'm showing you that I put together Catch Me If You Can in the larger size, and I've also got it in the smaller size. So I'll show you. There's Catch Me If You Can. It's also done in a blue and red, but we've already done two in blue and red, so I decided to use the mustard and green. So it's not my first choice of fabrics, but it's okay. Mine are more nondescript because I'm using solids, but the green is lovely. It's that olivey green that, you know, very popular. And so I'll just put this last one together if you want to watch a little, and then we'll look at all four of them that we did this month, or this. I think I'm going to try to do them every 2 or 3 weeks. And here's both of the Barbara Frietchie stars. Made that one exactly like it was supposed to be with the blue. And, oh no, this one's the one with the blue. That's exactly how the book shows it. And this is, when I forgot to put the blue in, I used a darker red. You'd think I could keep track of that stuff, but you know, when you try to work on something after work, I don't know, I just do so much better at 6 a.m. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this sewn up, and we'll show you at the end there, okay? I'm going to try to remember to take I'm going to adjust my needle over just a bit so that I can take a full 1/4 inch bite instead of apparently less than that is what I've been doing. Okay, it's just lined up right there perfect. Now, do you think I'm going to be able to put them back in order when I get them done? I sure had trouble the last time. But good grief, this is just a half square triangle sequence. Now after this, I'm going to start measuring or drawing the lines on my quilt sandwich for my, my kaleidoscope baby quilt. Because I've been watching some different YouTube sites about how to quilt it on your own machine. So I think what I'm going to do is do diamonds from one end to the other. So she was saying that you mark it so that you're not doing squares, that the square is slightly off with its angle, and then you end up with diamonds. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I failed on my no by February. My goodness, I only made it 2 weeks. I was embarrassed to show you, so now I'll have to go find those things I bought so that I can show you what they were. One was at Joann's with some background material on 30% off and another additional. And then Ace Hardware. I got some beautiful, I think it's Kona cotton. It's just very nice and thick and a lovely color. It's going to go on the backs of my 2 quilts that I have finished. Not this big one, but I want to use the beige on the back of Prim and Proper, Prim by Lori Holt. And hopefully they might even have enough there that I can do the back on my Coo Cow. And then the 3-yard piece, the second 3-yard piece, that'll go on my smash up with Who's There, plus Lori Holt's stars in the middle of it. So and then I bought some stuff on Missouri Star last night. I think it was last night. I've got to put my laptop over on my desk, or I'll wake up in the middle of the night and look at stuff and crazy. I'm sure all the rest of you are much better controlled at this baloney. Let's see now. Oh, I know. Where's that thing that... Okay, I like this thing. The Gypsy Quilter Cutter. I know that there's another company that has one that has a cutting blade in it, whereas this one just has a little tiny, like an X-Acto knife blade in it. Is that all of them? Yeah. And see, I'm keeping all my already cut to size pieces in here. So that next time they are ready to roll, if I need those colors. And I ordered some of those bent safety pins for quilt sandwiches. I'm using big giant regular safety pins on this baby kaleidoscope, but if I'm going to have it pinned up and Prim and Proper pinned up, I'll need another set of pins. So I think I got 2 bundles of them. I don't know what I got. All right, I'm gonna go iron these puppies to the dark side. Okay, here we are. Going? Okay, good. All right, so they're all ironed. Now let's take that little square. Okay, then let's lay this one out. It's supposed to be the Catch Me If You Can. And see if you catch me if you can, if I'm doing it wrong, okay? Well, there's a mistake. Well, I must have laid it out wrong. How embarrassing. Can't even do it right for a movie, for goodness sakes. See which one I missed? I missed all the yellow on the pinwheels. Now, why did I put them on white? I don't know. But it actually looks pretty nice. I almost like it more than this one. What do you think? That is the best thing about quilting. people keep saying, well, there's no quilt police. Well, that's for darn sure. I wouldn't let them up here in my quilting studio. It was just a big empty room in the house after the last set of kids moved out, got their own place, you know. So I cleaned it up and moved in. I think we'll just make it as is. I think it looks just fine. My favorite part is these green ones anyway. And to be quite honest, I like the red one we did this week. The Frietchie one. I like it better. Which one of those color combos do you like the most? The one with the navy or the one with the darker red? Let me know. I think I'll end up using them both in something, you know. And to remind you, this is what we were working on last week. This is the, oh, I love this one. I think this is the White House, isn't it? No. This one is the Star of the West. With that striped fabric in there. Reminds me of a man's shirt. And then this is the White House. Have you made your first one yet? Let me know in the comments, okay? And then I'm going to have to figure out a way to be able to see what you do. I know people do that with Facebook, but I don't know how to do that yet. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and sew these guys together and then splice this together and we'll be all done. In fact, we'll call this a finish on the video because I want to zoom through this and then get started on that quilt sandwich because I'd like to. I brought a big wooden piece of trim, is what it is, up here so that I can lay it across the fabric, and then I'm going to mark the line with some of that cute little tape that they give us in different boxes over the years. Where did I put that? Well, it's around here somewhere close, but it's like this tape. So I'm going to mark that from side to side, and then I'm going to sew along that, and then I'm going to have, I can't find that arm that goes on the walking foot that tells you how far away it is from the next thing. So I'm going to have to keep looking for that. But it's been a pleasure visiting with you. And do go check out Mona Did What and Deb the Pug Mama Quilter, I think. Because they're both fun sites. I went and visited today and watched them sew. So that was fun. All right, well, that's all for me today. And I think our next one is going to be the quilt sandwich. And then coming up this weekend is Callie & Co. number 2, block 2. Looking forward to that. So we'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Okay, be sure to subscribe and like. Thank you.